Chosen one, this is not another message. This is the moment heaven has waited for. The sound of divine completion echoing through eternity. God's order has been executed. What was pending in the spiritual realm has been fulfilled. The angels are not waiting for approval. They are carrying out divine assignments in real time. Everything that was once held back is now in release mode. October 24th is not a number on a calendar. It is the signature of heaven, stamped upon your destiny. You are standing in prophetic fulfillment. You don't need to fight for what has already been finished. Heaven has signed, sealed, and delivered your inheritance. Everything is yours, not tomorrow, not someday, now. The decree has gone out, and all creation has heard your name. This is your confirmation. The execution of God's order is complete. The shift has begun, and the evidence will soon surround you. In the invisible corridors of heaven, movement has already begun. Angels are not idle. They are orchestrating divine delivery. You can't see it, but your spirit feels it. That tension between expectation and manifestation. That's not anxiety, it's spiritual activity. Things are rearranging. Conversations are being guided. Connections are being established. The mechanisms of destiny are in motion. Heaven's gears are turning. The sound of fulfillment is faint, but growing louder. You are not waiting for God to start. He has already finished. The invisible has shifted, and the visible is catching up. What was held in suspension is now descending into reality. The divine machinery is active, and every moving part is calibrated in your favor. The unseen realm has already decided your outcome. Victory. Chosen one, your participation matters. Faith is not passive. It's participatory. Every word you speak, every declaration you make, every agreement you type or whisper adds momentum to manifestation. When you write 777, when you declare, "It is done," you're not typing characters. You're releasing codes into creation. Your energy is currency in the spirit realm. Heaven recognizes vibration. When you believe, you align. When you speak, you summon. When you act, you attract. Activation isn't superstition, it's synchronization. You are co-creating with the divine when you engage in faith. Miracles meet movement. Faith is the trigger. Agreement is the ignition. Keep engaging. Heaven is listening, and your words are writing your reality. October 24th has been encoded into the blueprint of your existence since before your birth. It is the timestamp of transition, the moment when waiting meets reward, when faith meets fulfillment. This is not coincidence. This is cosmic alignment. Heaven has circled this day in divine ink, and written beside it, the unveiling begins. On this day, what was buried will rise. What was whispered will be witnessed. The promise you carried in silence will become sound. October 24th is not an event. It's an awakening. It's when divine timing overtakes delay. It's when your process turns into performance. This is the day the heavens have appointed to display what they have been preparing. It's the activation of prophecy, the unfolding of destiny that no power can reverse. Chosen one, this is the hour of divine restitution. Everything that was withheld, stolen, or delayed is being released in overflow. The word of the Lord is restoration. You're not getting back what was lost. You're receiving what was promised, multiplied. The years of quietness have built the capacity to carry more. The pain you endured created the space for promotion. Every opportunity that slipped through your fingers is circling back with acceleration. Heaven has issued a recall on all withheld blessings. They are being rerouted to your current location. not by coincidence, but by command. The return is not partial, it's total. Your peace is coming back. Your provision is coming back. Your confidence, creativity, and clarity are coming back. The years the locusts devoured are being repaid in fullness. This is divine justice in motion. You thought you were forgotten, but heaven was building you. The silence was not abandonment. It was architecture. While you prayed for progress, God was laying foundations. While you asked for visibility, He was fortifying your soul. The hidden years were your construction season. The scaffolding was spiritual, invisible but essential. You were under divine renovation. God had to build character before exposure, discipline before delivery, humility before honor. That's why it felt like delay, because heaven doesn't rush perfection. You are the structure that took longer because you're meant to last forever. The quiet season was your protection zone, the divine cocoon where wings were formed. Now, the construction is complete. The unveiling begins. The house of your destiny is ready to be inhabited by glory. Heaven doesn't move in chaos. It moves in calculation. Every second of delay was divine arithmetic. The equations of your destiny required precision. You thought things were late, but God was synchronizing moving parts. The variables of timing, the constants of character, the formula of faith, all had to balance perfectly. The moment you became ready, the equation resolved. October 24th is not an accident. It's the solution. You are now aligned with heaven's timing. The spiritual formula has achieved balance. Everything that once felt complex will now become clear. What seemed delayed was divine math solving for glory. You are living proof that precision is greater than speed. When God said everything, He did not exaggerate. He meant total restoration, spiritual, emotional, financial, generational. Heaven is not releasing fragments. It's releasing fullness. This manifestation will touch every corner of your life. It will heal, it will bless, it will multiply. Every area that once lacked will now overflow. This is not selective favor, it's complete fulfillment. Everything includes peace that passes understanding, provision that overflows logic, and purpose that redefines your life. The divine order does not deliver half measures. It delivers completion. You are not just being blessed. You are being made whole. Everything means nothing missing, nothing broken, nothing denied. The instability you endured wasn't punishment. It was alignment. Every storm was spiritual surgery, removing what could not stay. God was cutting cords that connected you to counterfeit stability. He shook the ground beneath you to reveal what was real. The chaos was construction in disguise. You survived not because you were lucky, but because you were aligned. Every test proved you could hold divine weight. You didn't grow bitter, you grew better. The storms clarified your circle, purified your motives, and refined your spirit. You are not the same as before. Alignment was the assignment, and you passed. Now, the rewards of readiness are being released. Your preparation was not in vain. It was prophetic. Every time you organized, envisioned, or made space, you were testifying in faith. Heaven saw you prepare for what you couldn't yet see. That's why delivery is inevitable. God doesn't send blessings to unready vessels. Your readiness is your receipt. You believed before proof, and heaven rewards that kind of trust. The act of preparation becomes spiritual proof of expectation. The fact that you got ready means you're already qualified. Every empty space you cleared will soon be filled. Every plan you made will soon be relevant. You were never rehearsing for nothing. You were rehearsing for now. While you slept, heaven worked. While you wept, angels wrote. While you wondered, God commanded. Every realm tied to your destiny has received an instruction. Release the blessing now. There are divine dispatches moving through time like lightning. Heavenly couriers are aligning circumstances to match God's command. Your name is being mentioned in places your feet haven't yet stepped. The networks of divine alignment are in full function. You can't trace it, but you'll soon see it. God's orders have left the throne room. The carriers of your miracle are on the move. The system of heaven does not lose packages. Heaven's delivery system doesn't follow human logic. The route of manifestation is non-linear. It moves through obedience, through faith, through vibration. You can't track it by time, you track it by peace. You'll know it's near when your spirit quiets and your atmosphere shifts. Heaven doesn't use tracking numbers, but your discernment will sense arrival. The divine package is in transit, carried by spiritual law. Heaven never ignores endurance. Every tear, every prayer, every sacrifice has been accounted for. You were faithful when faith didn't feel rewarding. You kept walking when you couldn't see the road. That's why heaven trusts you now. You're not being compensated out of pity. You're being crowned for persistence. God saw your faithfulness in obscurity and decided to reward you in visibility. This is divine recompense. Every ounce of energy spent in obedience is being returned, multiplied. The weight you carried will now become the platform you stand on. The pain becomes power. The endurance becomes elevation. The long nights have converted into long-term favor. The battles you faced were never to destroy you. They were to demonstrate you. Resistance reveals readiness. The enemy fought hard because he saw what you couldn't yet see, your impending breakthrough. The pressure you endured was proof that the order was nearing execution. You were attacked not because you were weak, but because you were marked. The warfare built your spiritual weight. Now you walk with the authority of one who has conquered. Every obstacle became a stepping stone. Every attack became an announcement that you're chosen. Resistance is the receipt of purpose. This is the unveiling. You are stepping out of the shadows and into your rightful place. Heaven is revealing your true name, your spiritual rank, your divine identity. You're not who you were before the waiting. You've been refined into royalty. You are not just chosen, you are commissioned. This season will expose your transformation. People will see it, the glow, the peace, the authority. You will no longer be defined by survival. You will be known by sovereignty. You are not a participant in the promise, you are the manifestation of it. This is the season heaven reveals who you've always been. God is trading your ashes for abundance, your sorrow for strength, your wounds for wisdom. Every loss becomes leverage. Every delay becomes acceleration. The universe itself is shifting to repay you for every injustice. Heaven never leaves debt unpaid. Divine compensation is in effect. You gave faith under pressure. Now you receive favor without effort. This is the law of exchange in motion. The divine economy is never imbalanced. Everything you surrendered returns multiplied. Even pain has become prophetic currency. The exchange is already complete. You've come to your spiritual Jordan. The waters are parting before your obedience. October 24th is your crossing point, the passage from promise to possession. You will not sink in this transition, you will stride through it. What was once impossible now feels inevitable. The elements are obeying divine command. The flood that once blocked you is now carrying your miracle. The atmosphere has shifted. The bridge has appeared. This is your exodus from survival into sovereignty. Step boldly. The crossing is not ahead. It's under your feet. This time, the evidence won't be hidden. The manifestation will speak louder than explanations. The same people who misunderstood you will witness your elevation, but you will not boast. You will bless. Your breakthrough is not revenge, it's revelation. The public display of favor is not for show, but for testimony. God is using your story as living proof of His promises. The world will see what waiting looks like when heaven answers. Your life becomes the evidence of divine timing, executed perfectly. This move isn't just about you. You're carrying a lineage on your back. Generations are being rewritten through your obedience. The patterns of lack, fear, and limitation end here. The curse is broken, and the covenant begins. You are the generational reformer, the spiritual architect of a new lineage. The order that's been executed is generational in scope. It will ripple through your bloodline. Future generations will live in the abundance you birthed. The shift is permanent. The blessing is hereditary. The legacy begins now. The tables are turning. Heaven has flipped the script. Those who doubted will become witnesses of divine reversal. The first shall be last no longer. The last is rising to first. But you will walk in humility, not pride. Vindication without vengeance. Elevation without arrogance. You are not rising to prove anyone wrong. You are rising to prove God right. The reversal is redemptive, not reactive. Heaven has restored balance. The underdog has become the overcomer. Pay attention to the signs. The stillness that feels sacred. The sudden moments of déjà vu. The whispers in your dreams. The numbers that repeat. The goosebumps during prayer. These are not coincidences. They are divine signals. Heaven communicates through synchronicity. The signs are everywhere because the manifestation is near. You are walking through prophetic confirmation. The air feels different because the realm around you has changed. You're not imagining it. The delivery has entered your atmosphere. You've graduated from asking to commanding. Heaven has placed authority upon your words. Your prayers now carry the weight of decrees. Your presence now shifts atmospheres. You've been anointed for governance, not just gratitude. When you speak, the spiritual responds. You've been entrusted with the mantle of manifestation. You no longer chase, you call forth. You no longer beg, you bless. The realm recognizes your voice because it carries divine frequency. You've become a walking command. The process is complete. The purification is finished. The refining fire has done its work. Heaven has stamped you with completion. The crown is invisible but undeniable. You've reached the stage of sealed fulfillment. No leaks, no loss, no lack. You are ready to carry the full weight of glory. The order has been executed perfectly. Every divine checkbox has been marked. The angels have recorded this as fulfilled. You're not in preparation anymore, you're in possession. You've crossed from believing to becoming. Chosen one, the heavens echo with one phrase. It is done. The waiting season has expired. The execution of God's order is complete. You are no longer standing before promise, you are standing inside it. October 24th marks the manifestation of all that was spoken. You will not have to strive. You will simply step. You will not have to beg. You will just be. This is divine completion. The seal is eternal. Heaven has released the command, and earth has obeyed. The atmosphere now carries your name in abundance. The door has opened, the table has been set, and your destiny has entered the room. You were not created to survive. You were chosen to reign. And now, heaven itself declares over you, "It is done."